You know?
And one of those differences, JJ in the back room saying, I'm not going for any spin jumps and secrets. So
there are spin jumps in the strats for secrets, though. I wonder how he's going to improvise around those. They're
because some of
pretty.
them you really like. There's not a great alternative. So if that's the case, I mean, I can understand it based on how it went this last run, but he could be costing himself some pretty major time.
Well, he did die in Rico 4 during the spin jump dive. He didn't get the spin input and just got a jump dive. All right. But he did get both momentum spins in Serena, in the two hardest secrets in the game, Serena 2 and Serena 4. So, you know what? I feel like he just needs to trust in the heart of his control stick and just hope it all goes well.
Now, before we go any further,
yes,
real quick, Master Mario, I am most concerned with the well-being of the princess in this dreadful heat. I'm sorry, I just love that line so much. I don't know why. It's so dumb.
The voice acting in this game is pretty great, honestly.
Dude, Toadsworth might be the best part of this game.
I really think he is. He's the best part of like any game he's in.
But they just
TTYD, he's also pretty dope if you bother to go talk to him at some point.
But see, now you could do, like, do you know all the cutscenes off by heart, or do you just know that line?
I know like a couple. When we get to the trial, there's a few that I know pretty well by heart.
Like, you know the objection. Everybody knows the objection.
Which, like, man, I think this game came out like slightly before Ace Attorney, and what a difference to the handling of the word objection in a courtroom between those games. Here, it's like the judge doesn't even care what the objection is. She's in on the collusion. She's been bribed by all the other Piantas. The trial is just a formality at this point.
He just overrules it, man. You know what? We're past the point of no return. The jury's come back, and I don't think there was a jury.
Yeah, I didn't see one in that courtroom. Then again, it's a weird room. It seems to be all black, but the furniture, for some reason.
They should have painted the furniture black, you're right. To match the decor.
I'm just imagining the cutscene now with absolutely nothing but the character.
Except for the furniture blocking Mario. You know?
Yeah.
Like Peach sitting behind a desk, but it's black.
Interesting theory in chat. The courtroom is pitch black because it was senselessly defaced by Shadow Mario. Although if that's the case, then, you know, someone in the courtroom must have seen that he is a blue man made of water and not a regular human made of not water.
Well, he's not made of water. He's made of shadow. He's made of...
Looks like... Okay, if you were a Pianta and you just saw Shadow Mario running around, what would you tell the police that you were reporting to what he was made of?
I wouldn't say he's made of water. He's a dude. He's a dude walking. I wouldn't say he's made of water. I don't mean to like. I don't have a good, like. Sure, like if somebody says that he was made of water, I'm down. I don't think it makes sense. But I
agree with you that he's definitely made of shadow, or you know, maybe some Princess Peach backroom bought oil. But you know,
all right. He's made of goop. See, the paintbrush has nothing to do with his thing, though. Like, he has a bandana that he puts on, Bowser Jr., in order to disguise himself as Shadow Mario. Right? But, like, the paintbrush at the end, like, is independent of that.
Yeah, and doesn't the paintbrush have the GAD Science logo, so it's kind of implied that they stole that from them, too, or something?
Yeah. Or it was made for him. You know, there's a lot of lore discussions that have been had that make no sense.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I definitely think it's worth saying GAD doesn't really have like a strict allegiance to anyone but not ghosts. So, I mean, he could have just sold them the paintbrush and been like, go wild, dude.
But then he left the flood on the airstrip in order for just like, somebody's got to deal with this guy. I made this flood thing.
That's the biggest question I have is who just left flood sitting around there?
GAD has a heart of gold.
He really must. Goes all the way, not on vacation, to the Delfino airstrip, but just to drop off flood and just leave.
Yep.
I wonder what kind of airplane he flew if he built it too.
I don't think I've ever heard that theory, and I have no idea. I have no idea how to respond to that. Anyway, we're beginning the second match. Paperario up 1-0. JJ definitely has a better potential than what he would have gotten, which was a high 119. But Paper also having better potential than that, having a low 118. This could be a very different match. Hopefully, JJ doesn't, I don't know, make a lot of the mistakes he made early game, hovering, putting the coconut in the water, dying in Rico 4 twice.
Yeah. There's a ton of things that these guys are going to be looking out for to just do better at the end of the day.
He got Pianta 5 early cycle, but he also died.
Last race was just an unusually roller coastery ordeal.
He got
Like,
so many
sometimes-
extra lives.
Oh
He got
yeah. JJ was even commenting in his runner channel that he knew something was wrong with his controller when he was missing spin puts to grab the one-ups that he was getting because he was missing spin puts and dying on the secrets. I mean, these guys both struggled a lot on so many shines, and it's just insane that one guy would mess up, then the other one would do pretty well for the next few shines and catch up, and then they would trade spots over and over. Paperario did have the edge there at the end, but just goes to show you anything can happen here. We'll see what happens during this next race. It'll be crazy.
See, the fact that they both still got sub 120 is impressive, I guess. You know, like with dying so many times, still getting a sub 120, that's pretty okay. It's not good, but it's okay.
It's interesting. We'll I guess never know
It's a
on
good
JJ
sign.
that he reset during Bowser. But he was en route to a sub 120 paced run. Would have probably had to die in Bowser for that not to happen. We're off though for this second match. JJ again, scumbag movement, just like we saw last race.
It's just going to be the same thing, man. Paper's probably going to get the blue coin again. Actually, no. Actually, yeah. Never mind. Actually, no. Actually, yeah.
maybe that bingo stuff we were talking about last race will come into play here.
Nope, he's going for the toad instead, and then the water ground pound just because. Now, while this cutscene's playing, I noticed something the last time the courtroom cutscene played. If this goes to a game 3, look real close at the bottom left corner of the poster. Because I've never noticed this before. There is a colored drawing of Shadow Mario there. Like,
maybe he just changed his outfit. Maybe they just like, you know what? You can't fool us. You looked like water before.
Like they didn't even put that in their allegations. It's just, man, the more you try to analyze that trial, the worse it gets.
Like, sure, you looked like water before, but we know that you just put on some denim overalls and a red shirt, and you're still the same guy, you know?
They really should have just gone with the same thing as Mario 64, been like, hey, I'm on vacation and I baked a cake for you, come eat it. And then you get there and find out she's been kidnapped. Tried and true, it worked before.
Maybe. But then you wouldn't get the cutscene of the sticking his tongue out at Pinna.
That's fair. That's fair.
You wouldn't have the 10 shines at the start where you're just kind of like, what am I doing here? What's the point? I've been railroaded into the situation. Oh wait, Peach has been kidnapped. You know?
That's very, very fair. You do have to rewrite a lot more of the lore to this game if you take out the very questionable intro.
Ooh, JJ getting a really good spider again. Paper getting, I don't know, a better spider than he did.
Yeah, at least he's not having to readjust for the spider. Failing the wall kicks though.
See, I complimented JJ's wall kicks last time. Screws it up a little bit, just like the rest of us. But they're both up at the same time, similar time. We still got PDRNG. This means I don't know, losing a couple seconds here isn't the greatest thing ever, but
you know what it means?
It's the last race, over a minute difference between the two runners, so mistakes like these aren't going to be what ends up making this run, hopefully.
It was still cool, though. I mean, we saw an old dog go for a pretty new trick there.
Really going to have to ask, though, like one thing that we talked about when it happened, but after that kind of got ignored, like JJ with that Pinna Reds movement, that was really, really interesting to see. We'll have to see if he goes for that yet again.
Oh, just the really old strat.
Right. Normally you'll see someone either do like cast reds if they're feeling really wild, or just the pretty standard setup that's been around for a decent amount of time, but nowhere near as long as what he used.
Like maybe we'll talk to him post game, but maybe because the only time that I go for that instance of pin of 3 strats is like when I screw up movement to the first red coin, and then I can't really like catch the boat cycle or anything like that. JJ actually ground pounded a little bit too early and went past the shine, had to do a jump ground pound again, losing time. But if he got it perfectly, it would have been faster. But yeah, I don't know. It could have been just a backup. You know how we have backups on backups on backups? Like we play bingo, we learn backups. But it could have been one of those times. It's just like, oh, I'm just too fast for these boats. Because you have to be like a little bit slower in order to catch the boat cycle, unless you're amazing. Or do like the wide turn strat. There's a lot of intricacy in a lot of decisions that are made. And you know, bingo helps. Let's talk about bingo. No. All right.
I think we kind of glossed over in the first run in case anyone here has never seen a Sunshine run before, which would be very strange. But the reason they're doing the particular shines that they're doing, especially in stages where they don't end up doing all of them, is unlike Mario 64, when you do a later shine, all the previous ones are unlocked because you're not meant to do later shines early. It's supposed to be a purely linear game. So like in Bianco, we don't have to ever touch Bianco 1 since 2 will just unlock 3 for us. And whenever we do Gelato Beach skip, we're grabbing the 8th shine to unlock every other one, just doing Shadow Mario. That's really the goal of any percent, is fight Shadow Mario every time and then do Corona, in case anyone is brand new and has never seen anything about this run before.
You know what, Electric? You know more than I gave you credit for.
Well, thank you. I mean, this is actually my first time calling Sunshine, which I was a little bit nervous for, not gonna lie, but I've watched it for a long time, love the game, and so.
Have you done any runs of it?
I have actually never run this game.
How much do you love it? How much do you love it then?
This was, I think, the game I spent the most time with as an actual kid.
Oh.
I had 64. I spent a lot of time with it, but I think this was the one that I spent more time with and have that little bit of deeper nostalgia for.
You know what's ironic, Electric? Is that I'm more of a Sunshine guy myself, but when I was a kid, I played 64 a bit more than Sunshine. So we are in 2 pretty similar situations on opposite ends of the spectrum here.
Dude, I'm the exact same. I didn't like Sunshine at all growing up.
And like,
I love 64.
For Mario 64, you know, maybe something similar will happen here. Who knows?
Yeah, you watch some Bianco 4 movement, and you're just like, hey, that looks pretty crisp. Then you watch some Pin 2 movement, and you're just like, yeah, I don't know. But you do get Mole Skip. You know what? Pin 2's not that bad.
Yeah, Mole Skip's pretty cool. I think if there's one shine that looks drabber than any other, it's probably Serena 5, honestly. Just sort of sticking to one spot, circling around a boo, throwing fruits at him.
Yeah.
Most of these shines, though, I think they're pretty cool.
Dude, JJ actually got a frame perfect GWK in order to get the exact same angle out of it. That was pretty good. See, frame perfect GWK actually doesn't affect anything, and I'm not really ready to go into how to get a frame perfect one. You have to do a frame perfect. But I don't know, just the difference between a frame perfect and a not frame perfect.
You know, I'm really impressed with how Paper is playing here. Those of us in this speedrunning community who are, I don't know, leaderboard elitists would look at these 2 guys, any percent PBs, and say, oh, JJ, a minute ahead of Paper. This will be easy, right? Well, no. Paper's got that racer mentality. He's been racing forever. He won the Rommel race, the race that went down in infamy when Rommel spliced a world record, got a cycle named after him, the most famous cycle in Sunshine. He won that race. Paper's a legend in the racing community in this game.
But JJ likes to think that he's Mr. Consistency. I'm just saying, he likes to think that he's the uber consistent guy. So it could happen. He has gotten probably a few of the fastest times in this tournament.
Oh yeah, he got the 115 in that one race. Group C match. He's a crazy guy. Paperario, I think his best performance was a 1:16.02. He tied his then PB. He's since gotten a 1:15.55 in a regular PB attempt. But yeah, we've seen crazy performances by both of these guys. But Paper outshining him in round 1 of the grand final. If he wins this race, he's the champion. He can perhaps call himself the Mr. Consistency.
Yeah, I don't want Paper to be able to lord that over people. So, you know how I was kind of cheering for Paper at the start of this? Let's go, JJ.
Let's go, JJ.
I mean, JJ winning this will give us an extra, hour 15 together. So, I can get behind rooting for JJ.
Oh yeah, me too.
See, Paper seeds himself super high on the bingo now. Like, he's been playing bingo forever, and I understand that. But like, I don't know, if you seed him top for both bingo and any percent, I don't know, maybe his ego gets too big.
Let me tell you, we thought that ego was big before that bingo tournament when the seeding was going on. After he wins this one, it's gonna be off the charts.
But see, the thing is, he seeded himself that high. You know?
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm a god at bingo. I'm gonna be what, second seed, third seed? I think he's second seed.
You know what's crazy? During the last race, when that bananaless fiasco was going on, JJsrl typed in the Discord channel that Paperario would quote unquote regret doing bananaless, a strat that loses time. Paperario's response, make me lose time. He knows what he got. He's a very confident player, and you know what? That's really good because a lot of speedrunning is purely psychological.
Oh yes. That really cannot be understated, how much of this is a mental game.
Like, sure, you gotta learn the stuff, but also you gotta not screw it up.
Yeah.
And then,
especially like the better you play in the early game, it kind of like gives you this sense of responsibility to keep that high level of gameplay. So when things start going wrong, it affects your mentality even more than if you'd had like a kind of average, mediocre early game. Like there's a lot at play with the psychological element.
the hardest part of speedrunning is not letting your mistakes cascade into other mistakes.
Yep.
That's the hardest part. Like, you just gotta, if you screw something up, you just have to recover really fast and then continue as if nothing happened. Like, that's the hardest part to do.
Yeah,
and it's in many ways a much different skill set from PB attempts, because in PB attempts, a lot of it is managing the anxiety and the nerves of like a really good paced run later on.
Absolutely. These guys, well, one thing that's really awesome about both of these guys is that they're really good at drilling out PB attempts. Paperario's got an insane 120 PB. JJ's got an insane any percent PB. They're also just such good racers. They really do know how to make sure that they don't make mistakes when it counts.
Dude,
Now, speaking of mistakes that did count, let's see how JJ goes with his coconut. 10 out of 10 professional commentator segue right there.
JJ goes for just the weirdest strategy in getting that coconut into the right spot. He does a JP only trick where he grabs the coconut midair by pressing B a couple of times to hold the coconut in place. That's just really interesting.
It's slightly slower than when Paper did, too.
Yep, it is slightly slower.
So both of them with that Gelato Beach skip, really nicely executed. Who else tried for an unreasonable amount of time to get through the fan as a kid? I'll raise my hand. I'll sacrifice myself.
I've never done that.
I tried ground pounding through it so much.
Even though I was around when GBS was found, I was never a guy that tested that stuff. So you can hold your hand up, but you're all alone.
Oh, I don't even mean like I was trying to find a way to do it for speedrunning. Like as a kid, I was like, oh, the shine is here. That's cool. How do I get in?
I think a lot of us have messed around with luring chucksters to that area and desperately trying to get into that cylinder.
Shout outs to the old Yoshi setup that you'd have to use for that.
It's used, a different form of it is used in no major skips, aka 49 shine.
All right.
A little bit of a meme category.
So 2 things that happened in the first race did not happen. And we didn't talk about it so that we... And PaperArio didn't spend 40 seconds trying to climb the shine gate. So we're all glad we're here.
Yeah, this is a really, really solid run from both of them. No major mistakes whatsoever to speak of yet.
PDRNG was pretty good for both. I wasn't really paying attention as much as I was for the first race, but it seemed all right. First 2 chain chomplets are actually good for both of them. Again, this time PaperArio getting the best. Oh, JJ actually letting go of that guy a little bit too early, but Paper getting the good
And
last
JJ
guy.
getting a much better third chomp, it looks like.
Was good. You don't lose the 5 seconds. If you get bad chain chomplet here, you actually lose 4 to 5 seconds. The first shine of Pianta, no major mistakes done. Good stuff.
And it's looking like the stream is gonna...
Yeah, again, we apologize for the technical difficulties here. It looks like we're having a bit of a connection issue on OBS and Twitch's end. Just sometimes things happen that you can't predict and you don't really have a lot of control over, but we're certainly making the best of the situation here. These runners are providing a lot of entertainment.
And of course, the Piantissimo race. Nothing really major to talk about here, other than like I wonder why Nintendo has such an affinity for Piantissimo's face. Like why that's just their go-to placeholder model.
Maybe it's just an inside joke. I don't know. Like
Might be.
It's a face that they're covering. Maybe that's the face that was most shaped like a Pianta.
Ooh, who knows? Yeah.
You know, I have theories. I've never thought of it before, but maybe that's it.
I
JJ
like the
actually
inside
trying
joke theory.
Go for it.
Like a lot like how Pixar, they put like a specific number in a bunch of their movies in reference to like a room that was at a college a bunch of them went to, I think, or something.
Yeah, it could have been something like that.
Could have been like one of the first faces they designed for the N64 or something. Who knows?
They both won. Woo!
JJ pulled off some pretty sick U-toe movement there, so I think he gets the win against PaperArio there in that segment as well.
Goopy Inferno.
Goopy Inferno.
Flaming Inferno.
Nah, Goopy
Doesn't sound
Inferno.
Goopy Inferno.
Yep.
Like you see a couple of flames, but it's the goop that's really the hot part. I just love this damage boost. Like I'm with everyone else. I don't know how you're supposed to do this casually. Like I did a casual playthrough of this game like a couple years ago, I think, and like this was actually a oh no
JJ.
no! And that's a death in the Goopy Inferno. Oh no.
See, I didn't want to interrupt you, but I just wanted to point out that something was happening.
Yeah, no. Definitely interrupt me in a situation like that. Jeez.
Yeah, that sucks. That's one of the worst deaths in the game. Rico 6 is up there as well. But I don't know, just dying not in a secret, you have to get kicked out, you re-enter, you lose 25 seconds right off the bat, and now you're just back in. So
It's such an unfortunate mistake. Like it's not that much movement you have to do outside of the goop. So
see, he still does the GWKD, and I respect that. A lot of other people would have just been like, well, I already died once, I'm just gonna do the basic strats, but not JJ. Gonna do the momentum spin, GWKD.
thanks so much, Lord Panwich, for the 99 bits.
So Paper getting middle RNG. This is actually a second worse than best RNG, and a second better than worst RNG. Fun fact about Chain Chomp. Chain Chomp RNG means nothing, essentially. Nobody resets for Chain Chomp RNG.
Yeah, it's such a minor thing. It's not considered one of the, I think, big 5, big 4.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, JJ got the exact same, so it actually means nothing.
Really, the
Or
biggest...
wait, yeah, JJ.
There is Chain Chomp RNG in which direction he decides to run from this initial spot. So like he can run either this path, the path directly to the left, or run the opposite way down that right-hand path.
Yep.
And from best to worst RNG, it's 2 seconds.
The farther left, the better.
Yeah.
Pretty simple shine, honestly. The worst thing that can happen is that the chain chomp doesn't go into the direction that Mario is trying to manipulate him to go to. That can lose like 8 to 10 seconds, possibly more if it's really bad.
And so now we see Paperario going ahead into Yoshi's skip, then, of course, Pianta Secret.
Oh, a little bit too far to the left. Got it. There's just like a very specific part that you grab onto the ledge there. And the only reason that clip works is because there's like a little part of the tree that doesn't have collision, so you can walk into it. And the reason you can hover into the mushroom is because the mushroom and the tree actually combine into one another. So there's a little bit of separation while inside of the tree into the mushroom. So you can just hover through that little crack and enter. All right, Paper not getting Jamal.
Yeah, really, really far off the Ramon cycle.
Yeah, that Ramon cycle. Feisty.
Almost as bad as the bad brain cycle as far as how often it appears.
JJ getting it. How fast the last Chuckster is just totally RNG.
And while they're messing around with these Chucksters, you know, you did point out that Ramel was a splicer. Maybe it does deserve to be called.
JJ,
And another death? What?
Dude, his angle just looks so bad.
That really, I was still expecting it to work, but man.
Yeah, that last death he had in the first round was pretty understandable because the little guy was as far upwards as he could possibly be, just like how he is now. But that last one just now was kind of crazy.
He's waiting for him. He's waiting for him.
He's trolling him.
Wow.
So he's not willing to go for the mash and go straight.
So last race he died and then got early cycle. This race he dies and then loses 5 seconds on the little guy. That's crazy.
Yeah, the last guy's like, dude, he got the stew hit too. That was so weird.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, when you know you're missing that cycle, there's no real point in going fast up here.
He did wrap bounce though. Manipulating the Chuckster only stopped for a split second.
So JJ racking up 2 early deaths here, which is very unfortunate, but we did see last race a lot of mistakes ended up being negated by the mistakes that the opponent would make. So again, the potential for things to be shaken up here, but as of right now, Paperario is enjoying a pretty comfortable lead.
Oh yeah.
This Pianta 6 is actually pretty dope too. This is like 2:13 pace. Let's go.
Very nice. 1 second improvement on the last one.
See, that's just what all the top players should get, you know? If you get anything worse, bad.
Yeah, worse than 210, automatic reset, IMO.
How times have changed. Dude, people used to be okay with like above 2.
Yeah, that's insane. Even our old world record that stood for over 2 years had only a 209. That was pretty abysmal.
Yeah, did a abysmal.
Hopefully JJ does a little bit better than that. Paper already proved himself with the 213. Really good performance.
I don't know, it seems clean right now.
Yeah, it does. Before the fence for Paper. Nice job.
This might be 213 pace too. Oh, it's actually 14. Holy sh!
Even the second
Dude, that was
non-paper.
beautiful.
Dude, the spam sprays on the second last and third last Pianta, those were actually dope.
Yeah, that was impressive. Pape just got a pre-fence kill. I don't think he got the quick kill there.
Nice.
And now we've got
shine
maple
get.
syrup skip coming up here.
Maple syrup. Let's go.
Oh, cover a little bit too high. You just have to try to get a little bit of speed hovering forward into that wall in order to make that clip. All right, being careful. You know what? He could have watched the cutscene. That would have been uber disrespect.
Oh man, yeah. He definitely has enough time for it. Like, still getting that beautiful honey skip.
JJ getting pre-fence. Still sub 30. Pianta, you know? Back in the day, that would be okay.
And JJ's gonna spray those bees just to express his discontent. I didn't realize if you're spraying when you collect the shine that Flood freaks out like that.
Dude, have you seen anybody collect the shine while being attacked by bees?
I have a couple of times in 120 shine, yeah.
Pretty
That's
dope.
pretty beautiful.
You just get you just oh, he re-entered Pianta. JJ re-entered Pianta. He doesn't have to be here anymore. He's losing time.
Oh no.
He's doing the wrong category.
Dude, no category re-enters Pianta.
Oh, whoops.
Wrong category.
They all do
Temporarily
great.
switching to 120 shine. This costly stage exit there. Wow.
Dude, re-entering sucks. It's like 40 seconds for no reason.
Paper's just got to hold this together. I mean, there's a lot of places where he could potentially lose, 40 seconds if he dies. He's just got to make sure he plays it safe in a few critical parts of the run.
JJ
he
started
missed
the cutscene! No!
Oh, no.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but man, I was about to say, like, JJ's getting honey skip while Paperario is completing pin 1, but that's not even the case.
That was actually a very appropriate interruption because that's a major development. Missing honey skip. That is.
It was a good mecha too.
Yeah.
You know, he did Mecha Bowser pretty cleanly.
Paper's playing pretty clean right now. I mean, this is his race to win again.
Let's go, JJ.
Yeah. A full Pianta 1 apart, not even entering the pipe before Paperario gets to that shine select. That is just so rough of a lead. If I were JJ right now, I would just be trying to blank everything about this run out of my mind. Just every bit of it. Just forget that it's happening. Think that I'm doing just a Pinna and onwards RTA run.
Yeah, but then you also have to like you know how at the beginning of last run when there was only 10 seconds difference, you were saying that maybe he would have to do like harder strats or something like that in order to catch up. Now he actually has to do harder strats in order to catch up. Like he might have to do task Pinna 3 or task Pinna 3.
Yeah.
I don't know, the harder strat Pinna 3. I don't know what it's actually called. And Feck Pinna 3. Like there's just harder strats that he can go for in order to shave off time. But he's upwards of a minute and what, 10 seconds behind?
Around
Probably
there,
even more than that. Like he's still
it's a huge lead, yeah. I would say it's multiple minutes actually.
Yeah, he's got to hope that Paper does some serious throwing in perhaps Bianco 6 or the end of Serena 2, and that he nails some really difficult, hard strats. A lot has to go right for JJ.
This is rough.
Yes, it is a rough situation.
Let's go, JJ. Let's go, JJ.
I'm rooting for him. I mean, we've seen some crazy things happen during these races. We've seen players have very tragic endings. We've seen Ouija go from hero to zero during a couple of these races. It's something that can happen. I mean, this category is very unpredictable. The ending of this run has a ton of difficult shines, a bunch of RNG. I mean, anything can happen, really.
Looking like some pretty nice movement from Paperario through this.
Yeah, he didn't fall this time.
Nice flip into the coin.
Oh, getting zapped.
Yeah, he gets hover out of it. On NTSCJ, you can actually hover out of getting hit by that. Makes it a lot easier. But yeah, paper didn't fall. You know what JJ needed? Paper to fall.
Yep. Paper really just holding it together right now, holding down the fort.
We're not halfway through yet. So like there's still a lot of levels. We can talk about lore.
I mean, we haven't touched Serena or Noki yet. That is a huge opportunity for Paper to lose time should things go wrong. But at the moment, like either way, JJ's really gonna have to outplay Paperario for the back half of this run, which is a lot easier said than done.
We'll see how he does in Pinna 3. If he can nail this one, that could definitely be a sign of things to come.
Pin at 4. He's waking up all the Snoozy Koopas. Got them all. Now he just has to get them all.
Now,
He's
he
doing
was
the
the one
easier
that had
shred.
the 2-cycle last race, right?
Yes, exactly.
Because he walked into the last hitbox. So, yeah, he jumps
taking
early.
it so wide there.
He jumps.
Gets the ones.
Didn't get the jump dive.
Continuing his streak, though, of just playing these shines pretty well. Not making many errors. Nails the 1 cycle. He's going to go for a good EYG coming up. That was
See,
a good
that's the
Y
Y turn
by
wall
JJ.
kick I'm talking about. That's the Y turn at the beginning of pin 3 that I'm talking about. He was going for it. He tried to get to the end. Still going okay.
He can still back this up. Oh, he trips up a little bit on that coin.
Oh,
I know he did fall.
See, you just got to try for this stuff. Like, I credit him like he has to.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has no choice. I mean, he's so far behind that he has to go for every little time save he can get.
Like, instead of getting that wall slide before the previous coin, before the 5th coin, he actually just wanted to hover just below that grade and just dive off of it. But instead, he got the wall slide into hover, grabbing the grade, and that just threw everything off. He dove off the ledge and just didn't even hit it. Falling down to the bottom. Losing a little bit of time, but he went for it. Good job.
Now, Paperario going to be going for EYG. So, I guess, like, for the true noobs, should we kind of talk about what's going on here?
Yeah, why not?
He ate a stew by accident. Sorry, I was laughing.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, the stews are actually very important for this setup. So, despite the door being open here and like you running through makes this cutscene happen of like the park coming out, the park is in a like weird semi-loaded state right now behind the door. So, by clipping through that wall, you're able to get past the loading trigger. So now you're in this semi-loaded park, and beyond that staircase, there's this big invisible wall that Mario can't move through, but he can be moved through it. It's kind of weird. Like, if you were to try to move while you're on this platform, Mario would like kind of freeze in place. But while you're just standing neutral on this platform, you can move right over to this Yoshi go round with the orange Yoshi for the secret. And it skips having to do pin a 5 at all, which is pretty nice.
Saves a minute.
Yeah, if you don't remember, pin a 5 is the one where you have to like go all the way to the top of the tower in the park and like kill that electric thing. I don't even quite remember exactly
The
what the
Ferris
shrine
wheel.
is. It's really long.
You climb to
Yeah.
the top of the Ferris wheel and flip the grate in order to cause the Electro Koopa to die. So that, because it's just going crazy, you know? That's pin of 5. But yeah, so EYG saves a minute. He got it perfectly. Well
Yeah.
explained. See, Electric, you know a lot about this game.
I try. And it's actually like this setup is a more recent version of EYG. There have been historical versions. One actually did it in pin of 5, I believe. But that one, you had to make the platforms out of bullet bills, and it was
Pin of 2.
really, really difficult to actually get good RNG for the bullet bills to be usable. And so whenever it was found that you could just use stews for it, it was like, oh, well, let's just do this instead. No RNG really.
Yeah, it was found a few months after the initial. Pin of 2 was actually the level with the bullet bills. But
Oh,
you
right.
had to,
My bad.
you had to get a purple bill in order to and then manipulate it so that it was the right height, because if it was too high, it actually would collide with the merry-go-round a lot of the time. Like, there was actually a match earlier in this tournament where I thought, or it was in a bingo, I don't actually know where recently it was, but like he got a high enough stew that it reminded me of the bullet bills, and he actually got the clips so that he didn't, so he had to redo EYG the entire way, which sucks, but whatever. Anyway, so then stew was found. Saves more time than bullet bill, and actually is not reliant on RG.
EYG, definitely one of the most complex tricks in the game. That's partially why it took so long to discover it. So many elements that have to go right to get this correct. JJ's going for the difficult 1-2 setup just like he did last race.
Oh,
he
he
clipped
clipping
out.
right back out of the wall though.
Oh, and then
And he dies.
Killing the stew. Oh no.
See, that's the stew just clipping out of bounds, and then for some reason, sometimes he clips out of bounds and he's totally fine, but sometimes he clips out of bounds and like gains a property of out of bounds and just drowns himself in invisible water. It makes no sense, but it happens.
Paperario Stu, during his EYG attempt, actually did go a pretty scary amount out of bounds. I thought it might have a chance of dying, but he ended up being fine. JJ, unfortunately, though, encounters some time loss because of his Stu disappearing.
Dude, walking Yoshi on that fine line is actually one of the harder things to do. So this is what JJ's showing off. It's all invisible wall around him except for above this platform. Oh, he walked off a little bit too early.
Thankfully, he does not soft lock.
Oh my, but he's so far behind.
Yeah, it's gonna take like multiple deaths from Paperario to catch back up. Also, I'm so sorry. I've been missing the sub notifications. I don't think we've been really announcing a lot of them. Huge shout outs to Brief Moe for subbing for 11 months. 1 month from a year, dude. Thanks so much.
So walking off that platform just a little bit too early, too far to the left, JJ walked into the like partially loaded or totally unloaded Pinna Park and was just stuck in it. You can just get stuck in that wall. And if you just don't have the platform below you, it just doesn't work.
Thank you, by the way, to R106 and Scotch and Tie Guy for subscriptions earlier on in this stream.
Dude, huge shout outs for looking back up in the chat to find those.
The support from the viewers really makes these things possible. This tournament has been an extraordinarily fun experience for me and for, I'd imagine, a lot of the other commentators.
He's clipping out.
Oh yeah,
man. Is he not comfortable with the 2-2 setup anymore? Like, why is he still going?
It's like what I was saying before. Like, if you're used to something, do that.
That's fair. That is fair, but
like he probably does 1-stew all the time. Like 2-stews is the more common if you look at everybody, but 1-stew is probably more common for JJ. And if you try to rely on something as a backup, it might not be as reliable. Okay, he didn't walk off too early. We're into Pinna 6 Secret. We're here.
But at what costs at the end of the day, as Paperario picking up the first blooper shine, it's Rico 2. So 3 total shines behind.
JJ doing over the top to the middle, saving that crucial second. Let's see if he gets a ground pound. I'm hoping he gets a ground pound. Like if you get a spin jump dive here, gets the ground pound. Good Pinna 6 Secret from JJ. EYG could use a little bit of work.
Now here we go with Paperario trying for that new spin strat.
Yeah, let's watch the spin slide. Oh, he didn't go for it. I don't know why.
He might have not gone for it because he's actually on a pretty decent run right now. SB Electric, a fellow speedrunner who was actually in this tournament, commented in the chat that Paper is actually tied with his 115 PB. So he could be playing it a bit safer here in an effort to conserve his pace.
You know what? If he stays on pace, we probably will not see Bananaless Serena 3.
Yeah.
You know?
We might not see the ultimate dunk ×2.
Like he might try to show disrespect towards JJ, but he's not going to show disrespect to his PB. You know?
Yeah, and this has been just an amazingly solid performance from Paperario this time around. I didn't say it last time when the secret came up, but I really, really love how some strats result in you bonking the loading zone and just ending up way outside of it, but it still counts.
Like in actually entering the boo statue for Serena 2, you can just clip through the whole thing and fall to the bottom, but you hit the loading zone. So, or you can like bonk on the statue and fall right out and fall down. Oh, he did the butt slide, the spin slide. Movement towards
JJ.
Rico.
Now it's all down to these rotating platforms. This, I think, gives a good argument for this to be considered one of the hardest secrets, just because moving on these rotating platforms can be so strange.
Nah.
Those rollouts we were talking about earlier, that's
Pardon me?
where that plays a role.
Yeah, shout outs to SMS rollouts.
Shout outs to Super Mario 64 rollouts. For no reason.
Look, there's some advanced tech with those rollouts.
I'm not saying it's not advanced.
It's pretty cool. You ever seen box rollout? That's a really cool strat. It actually made Zaya Cycle and Dark World way more viable without having to do the really stupid elevator movement later on. If you do a box rollout and a speed kick, it's like about the same as normal cycle, but you're a whole cycle ahead on the elevator.
All I'm saying is that the limp rollout in Super Mario Sunshine is the rollout in Super Mario 64. That's all I'm gonna say.
Look, I have 2 words for you, okay?
Yes.
Long jump.
Yeah, you get a long jump, and you have a lot of backwards momentum for no reason. But you know what?
And you can breakdance.
Yeah, fair. That's valuable.
Hey, we got rockets. We got rocket storage. Rockets are cool.
You even got turbo.
Okay,
height
rocket storage is extremely cool. I have to
Exactly.
I hate how we never see the speed nozzle in, like, I think we only see it a little bit in 120 Shine.
Yeah.
That was my favorite nozzle as a kid.
You see it in 49 Shines in the Sandbird episode. We do a similar trick to rocket storage, but with the turbo nozzle to save a little bit of time.
Found by me. I found that.
Yes. Thank you, Cited Williams.
Dude, I'm a credit to the community.
And this game wouldn't be pushed anywhere below 120 without Cited Williams involved. Huge shout
You know what? Debatably, probably not the case, but I appreciate you saying that.
Like I said, we have a lot of prestige in the booth today. A lot of
JJ.
crazy, knowledgeable guys.
JJ getting a wall slide coming out of the sewer there.
Yeah,
right.
that entrance has caused trouble for both of these guys in this grand final so far. Paper a bit more than JJ, but wow, he messes up the entrance to the ledge there a little bit too.
See, that's actually Paper's strat. Paper actually
Ooh.
made that strat to do that dive rollout to the spin jump.
Paper only made that strat to sabotage JJ during this raid.
Ooh, look at this route for Paper. Huh.
Yeah, interesting. Pretty traditional Reds route overall, like compared to the reverse route you see a lot of people go for.
Yeah, Paper does a slow route.
He just does this route.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's actually
I think
surprising.
it's only a second slower or something.
But it's
Yeah.
still a second slower, you know?
Uh-huh.
Because like a good time for the other one is like 133.
Uh-huh. And it's 132 with this one.
Yeah, it could just be like maybe wanting to stay safe and avoid the sub jump, but like you were saying, you just let go of the control stick and it's like you will lose the blooper and lose some time, but it's not gonna completely kill the shine.
It's like I was saying. Exactly.
And you know, with what you're saying of do what you're used to, I wouldn't be shocked. We have some people discussing Bananaless in the chat. I wouldn't be shocked if PaperArio still goes for Bananaless just from his comfortability with it.
He does it as a meme. He knows how to do banana split. He just learned it for like other stuff, just to
Look,
meme on people.
if you carry on a meme for long enough, is it still a total meme, or does it start to take on properties of your normal strats?
If you're no, it should.
We'll just see what happens. Okay.
There's no way. I'm willing to bet that Paper does not do Bananaless unless he like screws up the next 5 levels straight.
Here's my prediction.
What's up?
Bad Manta, he's going to go for it. If he gets a good Manta, he's continuing on with this pretty decent run he's got going on. He's not going to lose 10 seconds.
Dude, I don't think he can have a bad enough Manta for that to actually happen. Oh, JJ doing the entrance for Rico 4. With
Wow,
the
nice.
the spin slide.
Is he going to do the whole thing? Wow, nicely done. That was pretty optimal. There is a dive at the end that a player could do, but all in all, that was a pretty decent display of the new tech.
Yeah, if you don't trust yourself with enough height you have, doing the jump dive's pretty risky, but yeah.
Look at the secret movement from JJ. He's going at it right now.
You couldn't even tell that he died here twice last run.
JJ just so clean and crisp, cutting it close with that last jump, but close is fast when it comes to that jump. Really nicely done by JJ.
And we're now coming into the bane of JJ's existence on PaperArio's screen, getting the spin just fine.
Oh my. No, dude, he's died so many times last run. I totally forgot about Bianco's.
Paper goes so safe there, though. I've never seen him have a ton of trouble with that jump.
I don't know. Speed, like really fast strats for Bianco 6, I don't even feel like they're worth it. Then again, I don't feel like any strats that are super fast at any percent are worth it. So I don't know. But
Paper doesn't even do the GWK. He goes really clean, really safe through this whole secret.
see, when you say that that's a super safe secret, I actually have strat. Oh, JJ, a little bit too far to the left of the girders there. Drop it down. But my strats for Bianco 6 are actually safer than Paper's. So. Oh, so
hey, you do what you gotta for that consistency.
Yeah. Yeah, JJ doing sewer movement for Rico 5. I don't think I've seen those in actual years.
Yeah, that's a pretty archaic strat, but
They're safe though.
They
and
are
a good
safe.
backup for missing that girder for sure.
Good backup.
Like missing it the way he did. And
Nice
the quick kill
quick kill.
again from Paperario. Nice.
That was really clean. Wasted no time with Shadow Mario movement. He stopped him right in his tracks.
It's a good
We have
run.
Word from King Video Gamer 1 in the chat. Paper is currently 2.8 seconds behind his PB. He's on a pretty decent run.
He's not doing bananaless.
I
There's
would
no
agree with
way
you.
he does bananaless.
If he loses 20 seconds in Manta, he will do Banana Lift.
He's not more comfortable with bananaless than banana split. There's no way he does it. You guys are crazy.
Look, no. I'm not saying he's gonna do bananaless. I'm just saying, looking at the statistics, there's a non-zero chance.
He
That is
could.
true.
His disrespect for JJ could overwrite his want for an 80% PB. You're right.
I mean, I don't know what his PB looks like. You know, maybe his PB, he's not super happy with the early game, and that 2.8 behind is just like, this is a meh run.
No.
Maybe Paperario doesn't care for PBs. Maybe he's just in speedrunning for the fun and the friends he makes along the way.
See, I would say that, but I know him. So, like, I'd be totally down with that argument, but I know the man. And
my immense sarcasm, okay.
When he's on PB pace.
I think SB Electric might have brought up a good point in the chat. We might all
JJ's
three of
missing
us...
every coin.
Wow, yeah.
Oh man, 2 coin misses in this.
Oh!
This is really weird.
I don't understand why he's taking such a wide turn there. He could have easily done it whenever, like, he was going back. He had like a perfect lineup to go ahead and turn on me there.
All right, how good was... Well, we're not even done the first phase of Manta. Why isn't it turned purple yet? There we go. Oh.
Oh no, this
Dude,
looks
he
like
just...
a struggle Manta.
He lost 3 of them.
He's doing Banana-less.
Dude, those Mantas are actually super far away. That was a really bad first phase. See, at first I thought they were all small, and I didn't realize that they weren't pink yet. That I thought that the first phase was actually really good, but they actually lost 3 of the larger Mantas. That's actually really bad.
Yeah, that was not the Manta Paper wanted to see. For the Banana-less enthusiasts in the audience, though, that might have been exactly what you guys were hoping for. But as I was saying earlier, we might all have been missing the point all along. Paperario still has to get through Serena 2.
And Serena, actually no.
The hardest secret in the game. Serena 4 comes after.
So, yeah, Serena 4 is after Serena. Sorry.
King Video Gamer 1, he dropped some knowledge in the chat before. He dropped some more knowledge once again. He says JJ's best possible time is 1:19:45. Feels bad, man, but I think, looking on the bright side, that means JJ can still sub 120.
That is a bright side. That is looking on the bright side. Good job.
That is your eyes are the silver lining right there.
Dude, I like to say in speedrunning, you have to blind yourself with the silver lining. You have successfully blinded yourself with the silver lining. Good job. You're a true speedrunner.
Sometimes that's just what you got to do. It's all
like
about...
if you're doing no reset runs and it's really bad, you have to be like, well, I golded this split, or like at least I got this time or something like that. You just have to blind yourself with it, and you have successfully done it, sir.
What is the strat that JJ is going for?
Oh, he's doing the spin slide
around the cliff.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
That was sick.
See, that's a 120 shred, and he just wanted to show it off because his best possible time is still barely 120.
That was really nice. That was quite impressive, honestly. Oh,
not
but he misses
getting
the spin put.
inputs. Just do
Oh no!
Just-
He broke his
just
own
do
rule. He said he wasn't going to do spins and secrets, and he violated that rule and cost him dearly. Shoutouts to SB Electric. Nice.
You guys are racing soon.
It has to happen. GSA showcase race. SB Electric versus Electric.
JJ
Name
dying
title
again to Bianco 6. Paperario doing the hardest secret in the game.
JJ makes the ham strat for the second race in a row after dying on the safe strat twice in a row here during this race. That's pretty crazy.
If Paperario does Bananaless, there's no way that he can do. He's not doing Bananaless.
It's about to happen. We'll have to see. The moment of truth is at hand.
See, he just did another spin jump dive. He just bonked on the wall. Paper did.
Paper not gold in this split.
All right, grab the banana. Yes.
Oh no, he's going for the banana.
Oh, he
he
bonked.
Bonk
That's
there.
his punishment.
Doesn't decide to reverse or anything.
A bonk-filled Serena 3 for Paperario, but still saving time over Bananaless.
Dude, I still love
Beautiful
the
banana
argument.
spin.
I still love the argument that he's more comfortable with Bananaless than Banana Split. I love that argument. That's so good. Oh, apparently JJ is going to do Bananaless. That's what I've been told.
We have exclusive word from JJsrl himself. He says, "Ill do Bananaless. Banan asterisk."
See, I'm just waiting for Paper to do the true hardest secret in the game, Serena 4.
I think that's what we're all waiting for deep down. We're all waiting for these momentum spins.
See, I don't do the momentum spin at the end. It's just a very different momentum spin, is the way I look at it. Like the Serena 2 momentum spin, you get to buffer the spin jump. You dive into the side. You just kind of mash A. It's very... What is this? Oh, he's doing the quick
He's
kill.
going for the quick kill. He went for it. It was worth a shot.
Paper not... Oh, he zips down!
No!
He was too far to the side. He actually sidestepped into... or too far to the left or to the right.
What a crazy way to lose your good-paced run, though. That's a way to lose a run I haven't seen in a while.
Should have done Bananaless. I've never seen anybody do that in a run.
I can't say I have either. That's ridiculous.
I've never seen anybody zip there in a run. I've done it in practice just for like lulz. You know, you're just like testing out stuff. If you sidestep here, that's the exact kind of zip that you do in EYG. So like the zip that JJ did by accident, that's what Paper just did. Except for he died.
And I'm hearing the back room go off right now. Okay. I'm not gonna say what it was. Just watch the stream, guys. Apparently something big is incoming.
These two guys are crazy. They do crazy things. Crazy things happen in their runs. It's just how it goes in Super Mario Sunshine.
Dude, look at this! Look at this Manta. Oh my God, this Manta's insane.
Whoa!
And you've got Paperario in chat. Unfortunately, getting language filter, but saying upright angle is messed up on his controller.
That is an
and he has
insane
to do
Manta.
casino skip differently.
He doesn't have any water. That Manta was actually insane.
That was some TAS stuff.
The fact that he attempted doing the quick kill into the banana actually messed up that split. That could have been an amazing split, but actually how our splits work, that Shadow Mario kill in order to get Yoshi is part of the split. He doesn't have enough water. See, he attempted it and he didn't have enough water for it.
I think that was quite an important segment too, because Nanashi got a crazy record-breaking 2:23 segment Manta in his second place Sunshine run with a traditional strat. And that basically ended experimentation with the strat that JJ did.
Whoa!
JJ just got a crazy Manta with that strat.
Anybody see that entrance to Serena there?
That was
Yeah,
wild.
what even just
JJ
happened
went
there?
forward like 5 feet for no reason. That was nuts. I've seen a lot of weird things with the pipe, but that hitbox interaction was very interesting.
Yeah, that's that just did not make sense straight up.
But yeah, 223 for an any percent gold split in Manta, that's incredible. Like in the category that I run, 96 shines, I actually, in my split for Manta, don't have to get Yoshi, and that's like 8 seconds at its fastest. And my gold split is 224. So,
Wow.
like having a faster time than I do, and I've had pretty good Mantas. That's actually incredible. Shoutouts to Nanashi. Let's go.
Nanashi's one of those crazy Japanese streamers. Oh, he's going for a crazy route.
He's doing the feck route.
Wow. That is actually faster. Very slightly, but it's faster.
If done optimally.
If done optimally. That's what
I don't actually know if that was optimal. Oh, he went for the momentum spin. Oh! It's the hardest secret in the game. See, I'm just having a good time.
Yeah, we all are.
What else can you do at this point? It's really unfortunate from JJ to just have all these mistakes pile up in this run, but
Even JJ's probably having a good time. He's probably over all the stuff that's happened.
He cleared both blocks, so he couldn't get the spin. What the? Okay.
He's going again.
Woo! Got the animation
Decent.
cancel and still got it. Like I was talking about in the first run, animation cancel. If you hit the side of a sand block. I don't know what.
less RNG for JJ's spin, and it works. Good.
I don't know what Paper's RNG is anymore. Did he get perfect?
I think so. He may have gotten one extra cycle, but at least like first 2 were good.
Let's go Paper. You know what? It was PB pace, and now it's decidedly not. But I
it's
still believe
still
in him.
really good pace. So like he's definitely finishing with a solid run, no doubt.
See, at least he lost it in a very interesting way.
Yeah, although I still don't understand. Like, I really thought he would have readjusted after that first attempt. Like when he bonked on the wall, it should have been obvious that his angle was just completely messed up. Like I would have thought he would have taken the time to go ahead and readjust towards the center of the archway.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Like, it seems like a good idea. Now, oh, see, JJ doing bananas.
Messes up the Y storage there. Attempt number 2. He misses it again.
So you have to do Y storage a lot in 120 and 96. So it makes sense that JJ's not the best at this, but he gets it on the 3rd try. Good job. Like in order to get that clip through the door, you have to have a Y storage, which means that you have to press Y and then immediately hover to cancel it. But it makes it so that you do your Y right after you land after a hover, so you can manipulate your camera to go to the other side of the door, and the interaction of Mario trying to open the locked door makes it so that like it forces the camera into a proper position, so that like if it's in the door, it actually acknowledges Mario as in the room. So it's just like, oh, this door's unlocked, but I'm already on the other side of it. Cool. Kind of a thing.
So now Paperario going in for, I believe, the Shadow Mario kill now. Yep.
He could go for the quick kill. I wonder how much time he lost doing that Serena 4. Like, it had to be a minute. More than a minute.
Because you have to enter the hotel, enter the casino. The movement itself takes a good 15-20 seconds, I think.
And there's also like, and also the 30 seconds of entry. That's why, like, dying in a regular level rather than a secret, like, you have to replay the 30 seconds that it is to get kicked out and re-enter.
Oh no, Paperario missing not only the quick kill, but just a normal kill. You're gonna have to chase Shadow Mario up this staircase.
Oh, JJ going for a butt slide and dying.
His ground pound's just not quite able to save him like he's hoping.
Dude.
There's a weird thing that can be done during Serena 7 where the player sprays off one of those circle or X graffitis next to Shadow Mario and crashes the game. PaperArio sort of messing around with those graffitis.
Ooh, we got the butt slide.
Wow, nice.
We got the butt slide at the end.
That's
He
the
died during
harder
the-
of the two.
Dude, he died during the first butt slide, which is easier, and then he goes for the second butt slide and wins. Good job.
He makes it. And he made that clean, too.
See, JJ's just trying to show off stuff at this point, and I appreciate that.
He's having fun.
Yeah.
He's showing off for the crowd. That's what you got to do at this point.
Is that also something to do with Paper's upright angles? Like he was talking about how his up angles are somehow screwed up, and that's how he died in Serena 4. He gets meatball.
Yeah, that upright angle was not responsible for that ball hitting him. That's psycho base.
Yep.
Yeah, so we were kind of debating if he got the fast cycle the first time. Not really a debate here.
No, I think he got it.
Was it
It's a
7th
really,
race, guys?
it's a really slim window, you know, and I don't think he didn't screw up every. No, he did. He did screw up everything. Never mind.
Now he's blowing out that peaceful mole who just wanted to defend his hydroelectric dam, and he's just gonna get rocketed off into space for no good reason. Mario just assisting these people.
We need the waterfall. The waterfall is needed for purification of the water. You know that might be what's
that's
causing.
just according to the island's inhabitants. We never asked the mole about the situation. So,
You know
and
what? He
also
can't-
the waterfall doesn't fix the poison.
He tries. You know, it's a theory.
He
It's one of the
tries,
theories.
but you know, you're okay. Picture this. You know, you're a Noki resident. You've been wanting to take this dam from this mole for a really long time. Suddenly, this dude shows up out of nowhere. You've never seen him before. He's never seen you before. He doesn't know anything of the 100 years war that you've had with this mole. And if you get to him first, you get to tell him whatever you want, and he'll believe you. And
See,
in
I
this
don't
case,
know.
you tell him.
Go for it.
You don't know what.
Well, no, I just don't know why you're calling it a dam. It's a cork in a waterfall.
Hey, we don't get a great view of the backside of that cork. Could be, you know, some pretty technical hydroelectric machinery back there. We just don't know.
By the way, guys, how did JJ just make up 3 minutes on PaperArio?
He left Serena early.
Yeah, JJ's
Ding,
skipping
ding,
most
ding.
of Serena. Wants to give us a somewhat fair Noki race, it looks like.
What did he leave before though? Like, the last one I remember him doing is Serena 4. So he
Me too.
did.
Yeah,
he did
I
King
think
Boo?
he just left right before Serena 5 then.
He doesn't want to do King Boo.
Who can blame him?
He's doing the jump. He's gonna fight Blooper.
Oh, man.
Bingo knowledge does end up playing a role in this race.
See, that's what Noki 2 is all about. The second theory about the polluted water is the Gooper Blooper at the top. Oh, he's not actually gonna do it.
Those
He's
are
getting an
He said
extra
he-
life.
He said, I just got slapped. I don't really care. Which,
AJ being
fun fact
indecisive.
that shout outs to the GDQ couch for teaching me this. Apparently, that spring, part of the reason it's so weird is it's actually registered in game as a fruit. It's like an expandable fruit or something. It's just really, really strangely implemented, and that's why it's just so broken.
I mean, yeah, why would springs not be a fruit, you know?
I mean, I eat spring salad all the time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
This
I
Noki
mean,
3 looking all right.
Very clean. Nice racing lines. He went to the inside of the turns, just like you're supposed to.
No. Lands on the
Getting
side.
just grabbed by that leg.
that might decide this race. JJ right on his tail, entering this bottle filled with
Dude.
8 red coins.
Dude, it'd be sick if JJ like did a save reset or something after Noki and had a file that was prepped for Flood. That'd be so good. Look at these lines. Look at these lines. Look at these lines. Doing the Y turn at the end of Noki 3. Landing straight on the 7th coin, a little bit too deep. Going over the wall, stops on the wall. Dang.
As
For
we got
those-
Paper Harrier going into Eel.
For those who are unfamiliar, this is the grand final of the Spring 2019 GSA Super Mario Sunshine Any Percent Tournament. The grand final.
Oh no.
This is a best of 3. Both of these guys made it past their respective semifinal best of 3 matches to end up here.
Dude,
PaperArio won the first match. He's winning the second match right now.
Dude, JJ beat the new world record holder in order to have this spot.
Yeah.
In order to make it to the grand finals.
And he
This is
beat
the grand
Electric.
finals?
It's insane to think about. PaperArio, he's doing his thing right now. He had that little humble in Serena 4, but he's playing really well. He's surprising us here in this final.
So, something about eel, I was trying to talk about before. I don't know if I really expressed the thought though. You can still spray, usually when the eel's mouth is actually closing, you can't spray any of the teeth. But if he doesn't succeed in spinning, like if you are at the bottom of the mouth and force him to close the mouth before, or start to close the mouth before he starts spinning, you can actually keep washing off the tooth. And that's how PaperArio got the 6th tooth there.
By the way, viewers at home and my fellow commentators, do you guys know how many PBs have been decided by those upward spam sprays at the entrance of Noki 4? 0.
I don't know. How many?
0. Absolutely 0. That it has not
Absolutely
performed any run.
Dude, they
being
saved 10
0.
frames. Maybe. If done perfectly.
10
Saving
frames.
10 frames is a lot, you know? That's like a third of a second.
That's a crazy amount, you know?
If done optimally. JJ's kind of screwing up eel right now. A little bit too high in order to spray that tooth. Gonna try to get the cutscene skip again.
His run was going so well before this.
Oh, he has 1 health. He has 1 health.
No, don't die, JJ.
Go get a coin.
Okay, he's got the coin. Phew.
Okay,
Nice
okay, there.
run.
See, one thing that you actually have to know, when the cutscene skip or the travel skip or whatever you want to call the after eel thing happens, like as the cutscene skip happens, Mario actually takes damage. So you have to have 2 health. So when you were relieved that he actually got a coin, he got air damage just before the end there, and if he didn't get an extra coin, he would have died as the cutscene happened.
Yeah. Oh man. Meanwhile, PaperArio not quite stopping the Il Piantissimo race as fast as he wanted to, but Piantissimo doesn't have rubber banding for after you win, so it actually doesn't matter at all as long as you beat him.
And as long as you touch the flag. Ouija taught us that lesson at one point.
Paper just walked a little bit too far away. So Piantissimo was just like standing there being like, I get that you won, but you don't have to gloat. Just standing here spraying up in the air. So yeah, how many shines does JJ have? Like, PaperArio has 41. So he needs to get 2 more shines. And then Bazzer. How many
JJ still
shines
got to
does JJ
do
have? He has still do Serena.
40 minus 3, so 37.
JJ clipping inside of the trampoline there.
The home invasion strats. That's what people call them.
Like, how did the Noki even get into these houses?
They have a whole underwater city where the eels inhabited, but they have all these homes that are floating. See, these are just like rental homes.
Oh, okay, for tourists and such, yeah.
Yeah, well, they're the RVs. You know, they're their RVs. They can't live in the underwater city right now because the eel is like freshly killed, or they haven't like re-inhabited the city yet. But they just have their rental homes up there.
It's like Noki's version of FEMA homes after a hurricane.
Exactly. Like they've been through a lot with the eel, so they're just there.
And
It's a good theory.
PaperArio with a super clean Noki 6. Nice.
That's the first time I've ever thought of that. I think that's true. Maybe it's not true. It's probably not true.
I mean, it makes sense to me.
I'm down.
I could see it being lore. I mean, it makes more sense than, you know, the poster having a colored drawing of Shadow Mario and the trials still resulting in Mario's disfavor.
I have nothing to say to that. There's it's what is it, a clown court? Kangaroo court?
Yeah, kangaroo court, yeah.
Oh, JJ bonk.
Oh, JJ with such a rough bonk. I actually thought he was going to land back on the platform.
You actually... There's actually no way to bonk on that block and still make it back on the platform.
Really?
I don't think there's an angle you can get or high enough on that bonk in order to make it back to the plat. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
He jumps a little bit too fast.
JJ going too fast, clipping right through the wood block. Edge detection just not working in his favor at all.
We saw that from Ouija earlier in the tournament as well. Those little kids, sometimes they get a little ahead of themselves on this shine.
They're just too fast.
They really are.
He's gonna go for it again.
And
he got it
this time. Nice.
What are you doing?
No. JJ calling it quits.
No.
Run.
It's
In
over.
the middle of a pretty decent Noki 6. He had a bit
Oh,
of...
he's doing what I thought he was gonna do. But no, he's just gonna go to Corona. He doesn't have a flood file. Dang.
Oh, he's doing a Corona file. All right.
He's
He's going to go for the 117.
No, Paper!
Oh,
dude, this is a close race.
Mario, no.
This is a
Yeah,
close
this is now a
race.
very close race. JJ with a brand new strat save file manipulation. Puts
Dude.
2-file game timing to shame.
2-file is
grand
over.
final.
Oh.
All right.
He has 32 lives. He has 32 lives now.
32 lives.
Let's go. He died.
Oh, no, JJ. Quick, load your browser file.
Yeah, close your browser. Paper
Paper boat looks good.
Paper knows how to work that boat.
Dude, he was one of the first guys to do it. He popularized it. He called it. It was called Paperboat back in the day.
Clean through that lava. No problems. Doesn't hit the fountain, doesn't hit the pillars, just straight to the platform.
And that nice double rocket storage there to go ahead and get right into the loading zone, not having to worry about clouds at all.
See, that just
Exactly.
scratches the surface of the rocket tech. You get rocket for 2 seconds in this game, immediately there's some tech.
Yeah, I've seen people before just like messing around, getting like, I don't remember how many rocket storages in Bianco, but like you can fly so high with rocket storage.
Yep. It's infinite, or until the roof. There's eventually a cap to how high you can go, and then you fall for what, a minute or an hour 13 minutes. That's how high it goes.
And it looks like JJ is going for something like that. You just
He went past the loading zone. That's how fast he went. You get that many storages, you go so fast, you don't even hit the loading zone for Bowser.
yeah, you can see like the entire map now. And it looks like we've got Paperario in the call with us.
Well, we're just
How are you
watching the
feeling?
end. Great job on your
117.50.
117.50.
With a minute lost in Serena 4.
Don't pay attention to what's about to flash on the screen. I might have made a small goof, okay?
Okay.
Just don't pay attention. Just forget that
Oh, you got
forget you saw
subs-
that. Forget you saw that.
You
Forget
got sub-sid.
never happened.
You know what? In grand finals, it should happen.
Yeah, I mean, you are the grand champion of this any percent league, so I think well deserved to have a little bit of bragging rights. How do you feel about those runs, especially that last one? It was a really solid run up to Serena.
Yeah, I was really liking that run. The Serena 4 thing was kind of silly.
Have you ever done that before in a run?
Probably not since like 2013 or something like that.
I've never seen anybody mess that up before, or like get that specific.
Yeah,
thing with it.
I just wasn't thinking. I forgot that was like actually a thing that could happen. I was just gonna sidestep off until I could hover, and then I was in the death
So
plane.
you could hover.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you didn't go for the spin slide because you were on PB pace, right?
That and I didn't like the crane cycle. Like the crane cycle was good enough to do the normal strat, so that's why I didn't go for the Beyblade.
And did you consider doing bananaless at all?
No.
I was right.
We
We
were,
were having
wrong.
a bit of a debate in the commentators booth since you'd done it so many times, as far as like
There was-
if you were somehow more comfortable with it or something.
That would be so crazy if Paper did Bananaless enough to be more comfortable with Bananaless than Banana Split.
I had that happen to me at one point because I was doing so many bananaless ILs, and then once I stopped doing them, it just like kind of faded out, and now it's just a meme thing.
But it isn't just a meme thing; it's a good bingo thing. But yeah, good job on your 2 victories in a row. Hey JJ, you have anything to say about your 2 races?
Spin puts.
Oh, spin puts.
Yeah, they're very interesting. Like if you spin the controller and you jump, like you go really high, but it can also not happen.
Oh yeah, and you just get a regular jump.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool. So are you happy with your 118.55 totally validly gotten? Like you totally got it for free? Like it actually happened?
That was the easiest 118 in my life.
You didn't skip any shines?
No, not at all.
No. For some reason you ended with 32 lives, even though you died multiple times.
I grinded in Serena too because I didn't want game over on the hardest secret.
Yeah, practicing bingo strats with life grinding in Serena 2 is pretty good.
You grinded lives without flood?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting. But most importantly, how did you guys think your Noki 3s went?
My first one was bad. My second one could have been good if I didn't get stuck on the top.
I mean, mine were both normal. I think I got like 2 125s or something.
It's good.
Like,
see, Quan would be disappointed in me if I didn't ask specifically about Noki 3.
Oh,
so I did it.
Thank you for satisfying Quan.
You're welcome. And satisfying myself, because I love that level. Even though everybody thinks it I like it.
And Manta.
Dude, your Manta was insane.
Yo, that was the best Manta I've ever had.
If you did
if I wasn't swagging. No, that's the RNG manip. That's the new manipulation now. It's just going for the quick kill on the Yoshi eggshell Mario.
Dude, at first I wasn't even really paying attention. I'm just like, why is he getting the banana? He hasn't even he's doing a quick kill.
Yeah.
Like, and if you didn't go for that at all, that split would have been.
I think that was like a 220. I think that was like a 220 probably.
That was nuts.
Because it was No Hut and God Manta. Like those two put together.
How do you guys do such good Mantas? Like my gold in 96, I don't even have to get Yoshi, and my gold's only like a 224.
Beats my gold by like a second. But
so your comments on the run JJ is basically failed spin puts.
Yeah, I'm planning on buying a new controller, and yeah. Other than that, after Pianta, I kind of knew the race was decided, and then like I was just going for strats, just trying to put on the show because
the death in Goopy Inferno, that was rough.
That was very annoying for me. That was like I was so hyped up. I'm like, all right, I can win this second race, and I had such a good start, and then Pianta 3 happened, and I'm like, yeah, it's just not my day.
And you didn't hover so that the coconut fell into the water. None of that happened. Like everything was coming up, JJ.
Yeah.
Now, I gotta ask, how monk ass were you when you were in Noki on that eel in this last run with 1 health left?
I needed that coin. I was like kind of hoping like the thing was gonna happen like that happened to Fi-Fi a long time ago, where he died and then like collect the coin during the death animation.
Dude, there's no death animation. Like if you die in the water like that, you just die. Like there's no Mario looks tired. He doesn't even shut his eyes. He's just
no, but he keeps moving, and like I was gonna grab the coin, which I was like, oh man, that would be sick. But I collected the coin. It was okay.
So Paper, what are your thoughts? I asked JJ his thoughts. What are your thoughts on your runs? Like you had PB pace going into the second one.
Yeah, the second one was fine. First one a little but it's whatever.
How do you like climbing Pianta or climbing to Pianta up to Shine Gate?
Oh my god, dude!
Why did you lose so much time there?
I went on like read mode and I just started pressing buttons until something worked and then nothing decided to work. So just lost a good 30 seconds and I was like, all right, whatever.
So yeah, congrats to both of you.
Long story short, you won the Spring 2019 GSA Super Mario Sunshine 90% tournament. How are you planning to celebrate?
I'm going to Disney World.
Oh, I gotta go and delete the clip of me calling out Paper. I gotta go and delete that clip.
Yo, that tweet aged really well. I didn't even think about that.
Is this going to affect your confidence level going into other things? Like, are you going to try to rub this in people's faces? Paper.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm gonna win everything now.
Are you gonna be? Are you gonna
I'm
be
just the
seated?
greatest Sunshine player to ever exist.
Paper is gonna be like the freaking Zero of Mario Sunshine, where he just like wins everything. But yeah,
Anyway,
I
that was the
wasn't
grand
already.
finals.
I could go in saying I have two second places in a row. So yeah,
Dude, I have a second place.
you have a second place. Oh,
Yeah, 2v2. I beat you.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
let's go, Sid.
Let's go, me.
I have
Anyway.
two second places in both 90% tournaments, consistent.
Well, I'm glad it's over.
It is over. I'm glad we actually finished the tournament instead of making it to finals and then nothing happening.
Now, speaking of now that it's over, what are y'all's plans with the game going forward? I know that y'all have both been going pretty big into 120 Shine. Are you holding steady with that? Or...
hmm
I like 120. 120 is a lot of fun.
Glad to
wanna
hear
do
you
more of
say
it.
that, JJ.
I want to do a lot of 120. You gotta teach me, okay? Like
Well,
after, like right after you like do your like session with Oat, just like hop into a call with me, and then we'll
Okay, and I'll give you all my notes.
go.
see, Paper just needs to beat Guy to world record.
Don't get me started.
The guy is popping
Don't get me heated.
But yeah, that was 90%.
I'm
Sorry,
I'm
I
glad
couldn't put
that
on.
I'm glad that
Sorry.
one of you guys won
Yeah, someone
And-
won,
and that the race happened.
and it wasn't
now it's over.
3 races.
I'm
Thank God. I didn't want to play 3 or 4 hours. 90%.
I don't know who wants to, even though like I'm thinking over the summer about doing a 440. I'm thinking about it, just because.
well.
In
That's been
case you guys don't know, that's 10 80% runs.
oh, that's a lot.
That'd certainly be a feat. I mean, I'd watch for at least a couple. That's for sure.
Didn't Dutch J do that at some point?
Yeah, he did. And he
Ugh.
made like a really cool comparison on his YouTube channel where he like put all of his runs side by side.
Well, congratulations, Paper.
Yeah,
You are
thank
the GSA champion of specifically Sunshine 90% in the spring of this year specifically.
Exactly.
Specifically.
Good job. You beat the person that beat Ouija. Are you happy about
Dude,
that?
I beat Ouija too.
You beat the person that beat
Yeah,
SP
group
Electric,
stages.
which means that you are better than SP Electric.
Now you have to go for any percent world record, Paper. That's your reward.
What?
Yeah.
You got a high
Oh.
117 and a low 118 in grand finals. Now you have to go for 113.
Oh, okay, that's light work. Easy money.
Yeah,
Just do my strat where you just like skip 7 shines.
and then end up with 2 extra or 3 extra.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Can't forget
congratulations.
about that life count,
Guys,
though. that
Thanks.
too.
Thanks
And
a lot to GSA for having us. Sunshine community is always down for these kind of things.
Thank you
Oh,
to
And-
everybody who was involved in this. This was an amazing tournament, from the group stages, the nice little point system we had, a ton of close matches all the way to the semifinals to here. So much entertainment. All the viewers, all the runners, all the commentators. We all did a great job. Proud of all of you.
We all did a great job,
We all
Yes.
did.
but
including whatever this
specifically,
grand final
Sid
was.
did a good job.
Thank you, Paper.
Electric, you did an amazing job. I know you're a 64 guy, but you really did hold your own here.
thanks so much. That
Provided
means
us-
a lot.
Yeah, provided us with a lot of insight into the lore of this game. A lot of fun. Thank you
Well, with
guys.
And with that, I think that's going to be us wrapping up.
Yeah, GG's to our boys, and hope we'll see
Bingo.
y'all again some other day for more races.
Bingo for next GSA tournament? Question mark.
Oh,
Question- Big question
Cool.
mark.
question.
2v2? Question mark.
Big
100%.
question marks.
Big question mark.
All right. See you
Everybody
guys.
have a good one.
Peace out. Thanks you.
Oh, bo-
Peace
bo-
to
bo.
everybody.
Oh, bo- bo.
Oh, bo- bo- bo.
Oh, bo- bo-